Hi guys, it's Barb. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be working on this little sign. I picked up this canvas at the Dollar Tree. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and let me know what you think about my videos. I'm going to be using these Waverly chalk paints and also this welcome sign. But the first thing I need to do is take the wrapping off of the canvas. And let me know what you think about this. I don't know what happened. For some reason, my video is in black and white. I don't know what I did wrong. I have no clue. But as you see, I'm going to turn this canvas over and I'm going to be taking the material off of the wood pieces, and I'm going to be using the canvas, so I want to be careful not to rip it. And I'm going to use the wood as well, so that's why I'm being careful to take the canvas part off of the wood. And I'm just using these scissors to get the fabric off the staples. It was pretty easy once I got the hang of it to get them off. But like I said, this black and white, I don't know what I did wrong. It's always something. But here I got this apart, and next is going to be measuring this piece so that it will fit perfectly on my frame, like that. And I'm just going to cut around the edges to make sure it fits inside that frame. And as you see, I just go ahead and cut along where it's creased. So how's everyone doing out there in old Craftland? In West Virginia, we're just now getting safer at home, but not where we have to stay at home. So people are getting out and about, but I'm still trying to be a little careful because I certainly don't want to get sick. But here I'm trimming off the edges, as you see, and just making sure I get it neat so that it'll fit on my wood. You can also just cut it with a razor. That's what I end up doing. You'll see when I need to trim some of the back off. But first I want to take this Waverly paint in antique wax, and I'm going to paint the wood frame in antique wax. It kind of gives it that wood stain look. And if you've got wood stain, you can use it, but the Waverly antique wax is so pretty, and I love it when I pair it with black, decor. But here I'm just using a little sponge and putting it on to give it that wood stain look. And the Waverly chalk paints are so good, and they cover so well, as does this antique wax color. And I'm just going along and finishing up the frame, as you see. And something has happened. I don't know what's going on, like I said, with the black and white, and I can't get my fast forwarding to work. I don't know what's going on with this editing stuff. But as you see, just going around and finishing up the frame. Pretty self-explanatory. And I'm going to take this metal welcome sign. I picked it up at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint it in the Waverly color ink. It's the black color, in case you can't tell because of this coloring. So yeah, it's black. You can use any kind of black, but I love the Waverly chalk paint and the color ink, and it really does look really good paired with the wood look of the antique wax. So I'm just going to go through and finish my welcome sign. Adding a little bit of Mod Podge first will help the paint stick to it better, but I just went ahead and painted it. As you see, it did pretty well. And pretty self-explanatory, just covering the welcome. And this project really turned out so cute. Just making sure I get all the little nooks and crannies colored. And then of course you want to let it dry so that you don't mess it up any. Little finishing touches and let it dry. Like I said, in the next part we're going to take the canvas and put it on our wood. And we're just going to take the hot glue and place it around the frame, the wood frame, and put the canvas on the back so that it covers the staples, and the wood part that we put the antique wax on, it will show on the front. So I'm just adding the hot glue to all four sides. And this turned out so cute. Just adding my last side. Be careful not to burn yourself. And as you see, we got a little hanging over, and we just take a little razor and cut the sides off. Sorry, I got out of the view of the camera for a minute there. I have a bad habit of that too. And so, like I said, take a razor and just cut off the excess hanging over the sides. And it just cuts really easily and gives it that nice clean edge, as you see here. Then we're going to take, after we get all of our sides cut, then we'll move on to, I'm still trimming a little bit, I see. I forgot a little bit of it on the ends to give it that nice clean edge. And then we'll move on to the next step, which is we're going to take our little welcome and we're going to hot glue it onto the canvas. And just a few little dabs of hot glue works perfect. So once we get that on there, I take some flowers and decide how I want to arrange them. I just picked up some little purple, I think they're wildflowers, And I just arrange them on the sides and hot glue them down to each side of the picture. Just to give it some color, which you can't tell here. And I'm so sorry about that. I didn't realize it until I was all done. And then I took this little buffalo check black and white bow and just pop it on the back. Put the hot glue on the back, sorry. And then I just pop it on my sign, and there you go. So pretty. So our next, I really like the way this turned out. And then I made this next little planner to go with the sign. So give you a thumbs up on it. We got a piece of burlap and this silver bucket from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to take the bucket, put it on the burlap, and place the burlap around it and gather it up. And that's what we're going to use to cover the bottom of this. We'll get a piece of jute to go around it to tie it off to make sure it stays. Just trying to see how we're going to arrange it. So I take my jute and just wrap it around, flip it over, wrap it around it to hold it in place. And tie a little knot to secure it. It just got a little tedious trying to get the bow tied. Not hard, just tedious. And then once you get it tight, you just flip it over. And then I go around it to make sure it's nice and tight. And this is going to be a little quickie video. I just take my hot glue and I start gluing around. I trim off some of the top of the burlap to get it even at the top to make sure it looks cute. And then after I get it trimmed up and looking the way I want, I pleat it around the sides and hot glue it, and just so that it looks pressed up against the container and not just all stuck out. And just however you like it. If you don't have burlap, you can use fabric. After I get that all glued on, I'm going to take some of these boxwoods, and arrange them in my container. And that's pretty much it. I get all the boxwoods, put my little bow, and there you have it. Told you it was quick. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. And give me a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed my videos. See you next time.